Mihai's second sortie was designed to calculate how his physiology changed under the stress of combat. My job was to compare his performance as a pilot now to when he was younger and understand how his skills evolved. To tell you the truth, I'm not sure I wanted to know the answers anymore. For a man his age, Mihai's body was unbelievably resilient, remarkably flexible. His reflexes were as sharp as they ever were. Still, after all those years of flying in the outer layers of the atmosphere, even someone as strong as Mihai wasn't immune to the effects of the strain. The human body is fragile. It was not meant to handle the excessive amounts of radiation that constantly bombarded the stratosphere. For Mihai's second sortie, we used a flight suit that was still untested. He seemed fine on takeoff, but by the time he landed back at the base, it was clearly a mess. He got caught in a surprise dogfight with an especially stubborn enemy. It took a while for Mihai to bring him down.
Suspend mission.
The suit was ineffective. According to the data, it wouldn't let him fly to his full potential. A new flight suit was made to my exact specifications. When it finally arrived, Mihai's granddaughters glared at me with their disapproval. They blamed me for the pain their grandfather had to keep enduring. But Mihai remained stoic. He wasn't the type of man who cared about anything that happened here on the ground. I wasn't worried about it. I was confident the new suit would protect him thoroughly, so that he could maneuver his plane any way he wanted. The moment he took off in his new flight suit, I realized what I had failed to before. Right after takeoff, as the wheels retracted, the plane suddenly arced up. It accelerated so quickly. I had never seen a plane move like that before. Mihai hit the high G's multiple times before disappearing into the blue. The support team couldn't even keep up. And then I knew. I understood why he never seemed to care about restoring his stolen country back to its former glory, and why he didn't seem to care about anything that happened here on the ground. Of course, Mihai's kingdom was the sky.
The operation to capture Erusia's capital, Farbanti, is beginning. This is the culmination of our work. We need to capture the Erusian forces' general headquarters in the south of Farbanti and end this war. The plan is for ground troops to attack Farbanti from both the east and north, and a task fleet will attack from the southwest. We will secure air superiority over the capital, while providing air support for our allies on the ground and in the water as required. By all accounts, we expect this to be an intense, full-scale battle across land, sea, and air. Should you need to replenish your ammunition or make necessary repairs to your craft, a return line has been set up in the north. During this operation, we will also be tasked with having to destroy the communications satellites that Erusia hacked. If we take down the information communication system that we believe they have control over, it should plunge Erusia into chaos. Once the capital falls, the Erusian military will be isolated and thrown into chaos, making it easier for us to end the war. However, that can't happen until after the capital falls, so you guys are the stars of this battle. Erusia will fight like a tiger, but we cannot lose. We must seize the capital and end this war.
Strider Squadron, proceed to runway. Sortie ASAP.
Our troops have engaged at Farbanti Reconstruction Park, Silver Bridge, and the submerged area. We need you to help our boys in those 3 locations. This'll end the war. It's time. Commence the operation. Our friends are waiting.
Lately, as your company commander, I felt some of you young bucks coming after my championship belt. Really putting the pressure on me. So I think I'm gonna go out there and run up the score a little bit. Just to show you guys how it's done. I trust I can count on all of you to keep up. Let's get out there, take care of business, come back in one piece.
Strider 1, the men below you are to secure the Silver Bridge, but they can't break enemy lines. We have aircraft in addition to you, but our numbers are less than ideal.
Lights in the sky. Too bad for those guys.
Strider 1, return line is to the north. Head that way if you need to refuel. Good luck, everyone.
Need more air support. We can't hold the bridge much longer without it. Count is back in the saddle as Cyclops 2. It's good to be flying with you again, partner.
Missile away.
Cute. Ah, it's real funny.
Call reinforcement! Damn it! Should have done it sooner! It's not you! We have to retreat!
Enemy backup inbound. Forces are heading from 2 separate combat zones. We need to split our forces in 2 that meet both threats at once.
Trigger, head for either area. The Cyclops will take care of the other.
Roger.
Yeah, that's the ticket. Show the enemy what kind of surprise we've got waiting for him. My target's failed.
I'm behind my target.
Strike 5. Locked on bandit.
Conditions keep changing. This battle's ugly.
Strider 1 got one.
Think that'd miss.
Fight. Breaking away.
Strider 1, missile heading your way.
Target acquired.
Viking, take your way from the block.
Locked on, you're mine.
I'm taking damage, but I'm good to go.
Strider 1. Our troops have engaged at Farbanti Reconstruction Park, Silver Bridge, and the submerged area. We need you to help our boys in those 3 locations. This'll end the war. It's time. Commence the operation. Our friends are waiting.
Lately, as your company commander, I felt some of you young bucks coming after my championship belt. Pressure on me. So I think I'm gonna go out there and run up the score. Just to show you guys how it's done. I trust I can count on all of you to keep up. Let's get out there, take care of business, come back in one piece.
Strider 1, return line is to the north. Head that way if you need to refuel. Good luck, everyone.
Count is back in the saddle as Cyclops 2. It's good to be flying with you again, partner.
Cute. Ah, it's real funny.
Breaking off. I'm damaged, but still flight capable.
Fox 2.
Cyclops 1, launching missile.
Missiles evading.
Fox 3.
I'm screwed. Abandoning aircraft.
Our ground forces are now moving to capture Farbanti Reconstruction Park. They're already engaged with the enemy. It seems the enemy was fast to detect them. They can use some air support.
Our air support has stopped the enemy. Advance on the hospital.
Eliminated. Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Breaking! Breaking!
Gotcha, pal.
Careful. The rams and sunken ships make these waters shallow. Enemy is locked on. Breaking!
Strider 1, the men below you are to secure the Silver Bridge, but they can't break enemy lines. We have aircraft in addition to you, but our numbers are less than ideal.
Strikes in the sky. Too bad for those guys. Have them on the run.
Missile launched. Target acquired.
We need more air support. We can't hold the bridge much longer without it.
Call reinforcements! Damn it! Should have known it sooner! It's no use! We have to retreat!
Enemy backup inbound. Forces are heading for 2 separate combat zones. We need to split our forces in 2 and meet both threats at once.
Trigger, enter either area. Cyclops will take care of it.
Roger.
I, for one, welcome all support, especially from 3 strikes.
Nice kill.
Tank units, advance!
Fox 2. Vehicle confirmed destroyed.
Okay, Trigger, the park is all yours. We'll deal with the other threat.
I'll show you all how it's done.
We can't let the enemy take this position!
Tank
Kill
destroyed.
them all! The enemy numbers are staggering!
Strider 1, target acquired.
Low morale is our real issue right now. They shouldn't have mentioned 3 strikes during the briefing. Special delivery.
Stop these guys before somebody lights a fire under our asses!
Target is in machine gun range.
Roger, the park will be secured. UTV shots clear the way.
I know the feeling.
Fox 2, look at what's left of our forces. Damn that 3 strikes!
Boy, am I glad 3 strikes is here!
If you sit there, the enemy will surround you!
Tank is destroyed.
Keep an eye on your radar. All it takes is 1 missile and your history.
Target eliminated.
Keep up the pressure. We're almost there. Just about broken through the enemy position.
HQ, we're falling back! We don't stand a chance against their air support! Hold your ground.
Enemy reinforcements on radar. Take them out.
Hostile forces moving near enemy HQ. We don't have enough units to hold them.
Split up. The longer this drags on... Strider 1, this is Control Tower. Make your landing check. Strider 1, this is Control Tower. Split up. The longer this drags on, the greater our losses.
Roger that. Coming. If your fleet was destroyed back at base by an enemy raid.
Show them how only a fight this battle.
Ship is launched. You have support considerably weakened organized resistance from the Erusian army. Operation nearly complete. Just need to see it through.
Understood.
Understood. All right.
Understood. 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 That area's all yours, Strider.
Alpha vessel
Back up
destroyed.
one squadron at the Silver Bridge.
Down your guard.
Vessel confirmed sunk.
We've lost 30% of our fleet. It's going to be difficult to complete our mission given these circumstances.
Everyone's requesting backup. They'll take forever to get here.
Thanks to our air support, victory is within sight. Let's turn the remaining enemies into start base.
Steer clear of the sunken Allied ships. Just how many did we lose?
Damn it, 3 shots so back. Battle, the less likely it goes according to plan. Whether it was Strider or Cyclops, it looks like he did a real number on the enemy.
Strider 1, anti-ship missile away.
There's just too many of them. We don't have enough ships left for organized combat.
It's easy to face an enemy on the verge of defeat. Let's finish things up.
Nowhere to hide.
You did really well out there. This is sure to bring an end to the war. You'll be heroes.
Don't know what medals they've got for you, but if you want one, come back in one piece.
Enemy fleet is crippled. Friendly warships should be able to finish him off.
Sorry, but I won't be fish food.
We need to reform our ranks. Enemy striking back with everything they've got.
Strider 1, AA gun destroyed.
Evading.
Break! This is turning into an absolute nightmare. There's no end.
Breaking to escape. Don't stop.
Strider 1, missile away.
Friendly down. The enemy has escaped. Enemy vessel, fire! This is the start. There are small boats hiding in the ruins. Take them out before they can approach the fleet. Behind you.
Pick it up! The enemy is showing signs of fatigue. Deal the final blow!
Target's tail.
Go down.
We've lost half our men? What about the reinforcements?
Enemy's got a lock.
Backup is coming! They're defending HQ!
How come we're the only ones losing takes up there? Where is our air support? The tide of the entire battle is to make that plane shoot up.
Our strategy is about to pay off.
We've spotted enemy backup. Check your radars.
Copy. Trigger. It's about time we finished up here and helped other allies in trouble.
You don't need to try to target every enemy. Just keep your focus. Take one down, then move on to the next. 5 minutes remaining.
Squad 2, eliminate the enemy resistance. Squad 2 and 3 are making their way to HQ now.
Strider 1, missile away.
Say goodbye.
SAM sight down.
Target has been destroyed.
Don't let them any closer. They're after you, Strider 1. Strider 1, warning, missile.
Battle conditions are changing constantly. I don't like it one bit.
Locked on.
Weissman, missile closing.
Fox 2, Fox 2. Evading. I took some damage.
Strider 1, missile launched. Strider 1, bandit destroyed.
Do not let them through. Strider 1, hostile gunning for you.
The enemy's about to overrun our position. Tighten up the defenses immediately.
Vehicle confirmed destroyed.
Locked on.
Strider 1 has destroyed the target.
Destroy the enemy's left wing, and then we can regroup.
They got a lock.
I thought it would be easier to survive the battle.
Strider 4, missile, shake it off.
Locked on.
Target is in range of guns.
This is School 4. Locked on enemy.
We must take advantage of this opening.
2 minutes remaining.
Fox 2.
Get your bow.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Nice. Target eliminated.
On my enemy's tail. They aren't as good as you once on Silver Bridge.
Bandit has a lock on me.
Don't let them through. HQ's right behind us.
Bandit sighted.
Fox 2, Fox 2.
On my target's tail. Reduce altitude. Right between the buildings.
Remaining.
Target locked.
Maintain course to return for resupply.
Strider 1, this is control. Strider 1, this is control tower.
See that plane? That's 3 strikes. Stay under and we'll survive.
30 seconds remaining.
Enemy locked on. Breaking. Fox 2.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Locked on.
Missile away.
Guard for attack!
Strider 3, launching missile.
Strider 1, enemy is locked on.
Missile did not connect.
Strider 1 is back to bed.
All aircraft, listen carefully. This is Lancaster. We have the upper hand. The enemy headquarters is almost ours. Operation to eliminate all enemy satellites also underway. All going according to plan. The end of the war is in sight. Think of something you'd like to eat, guys? Because I'm buying.
Roger that.
Man, don't jinx us.
Ah, you're right. New bogies. No, 5 Su-30s inbound.
It's Mr. X.
us out there. We've got to do something.
LRSSG, we have an emergency order from Mission Command. Bring down Mr. X. I know it's a tall order, but HQ wouldn't ask if they didn't have faith in you.
There they are. It's the snowbirds. The two leaders are at different levels, but don't underestimate the rest of them either. Mission prep can be fun. What do you mean? It's just like you say, the enemy has experienced fighters in their midst. Shaking bandit.
What's this guy eating and flying like that?
Locked on. Lights out.
In gun range.
Fox 2.
This is Cyclops 3. I've been hit. We gotta eject.
Take him out one by one. Cyclops 3 is bailed out safely. Don't worry.
What's going on here? I don't believe it. We've just lost ship 3 and 4. We're taking heavy damage. It's like this monster is toying with us out there. We've got to do something.
LRSSG, we have an emergency order from Mission Command. Bring down Mr. X. I know it's a tall order, but HQ wouldn't ask if they didn't have faith in you.
There they are. It's the snowbirds. The two leaders are at different levels, but don't underestimate the rest of them either. Mission prep can be fun. What do you mean? It's just like you say, the enemy has experienced fighters in their midst. I'm hit!
Don't let Mr. X run wild. Friendlies are suffering heavy damage.
Seymour, your plane is headed. Eject. Forgive me.
Missile hit. Scratch the last escort.
We need to be extra careful if we want to split up the two leaders. Eject while you can still talk.
Behind the enemy. Missile did not connect.
Mr. X is eating Diplomacy forces.
No. Who are these guys? Locked on bandit.
Shaking bandit.
This is Cyclops 3. I've been hit. We gotta eject.
Cyclops 3 is bailed out safely. Don't worry, it's gonna make. Listen, Trigger, real talk. If we keep this up, someone's not going home. I'll act as a lure. Meanwhile, you shoot down Mr. X.
What?
Taking fire. All right, he grabbed the bait. Time to take him for a ride.
Target is hit.
Nice. Right. Give him one more. Shaking bandit.
Strider 1, missile launched.
Taking evasive action.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Enemy behind me. You're quite the entertainer, but the show's over with this next shot. Bad pilot.
Wiseman! Missile closing!
I'll keep him on me. Just a bit longer.
Shit. Cyclops 1 is down.
Cyclops 1 is down.
Eject already, Wiseman!
I'm sorry, Count. This plane exploded.
Wiseman! Stay strong. We're not done here.
Cyclops 2, you've got the lead.
Wiseman! Shit!
Negative, Cyclops 2, you're the lead.
I can't do it. Trigger should take command.
The duty is yours.
That's impossible.
Do it.
Ah! Damn it! Cyclops 4, form an element. We need our top gun if we're gonna take out that bastard.
Luco count. guys are way out of my league. I can't even get in close to them.
Target was not struck. In gun range. Missile hit!
Damn.
Now go finish the job.
Get Mr. X, Trigger. Shoot it down, Trigger. You can do it. In fact, you're the only one who can. My radar suddenly turned off.
What is it? Respond.
My data won't update.
My HUD is
Damn
glitching
it.
out.
What was that?
I've lost radar contact. What's up?
Look at the sky. Towards the sun.
What is that?
A star? No. Maybe an explosion?
This is Soul Squadron. Head home. It's not safe to stick around here if we lose our base.
Listen up. We've just lost our real-time connection with Mission Command. It's not just Mission Command. I'm not getting any response from outside our LOS. Farbanti's now under Ocean control. The operation was a success. We didn't get the orders that should have come after the operational success. We'll guide you to the scheduled airport. All aircraft, leave this airspace immediately.
Negative. They've got a debt to pay.
Count, we all feel the same way.
Shit.
So Wiseman died for nothing.
This is a peacekeeping force forward base near Erusian territory. Other Allied aircraft have probably been forced to make emergency landings at other airfields. We don't know much. The mission to capture the capital is nearly complete, but we unfortunately have no intel. The enemy communication satellites are down, and we have confirmed the deaths of several Erusian leaders. But our enemy was smart. They had a similar plan. Our own communication systems were destroyed at approximately the same time. We have no idea when or if they'll come back online. Stand by for further details.
As far as the chaos we find ourselves in these days, it's difficult to say which side pulled the trigger first. Erusia deployed an automatic intercept system with drones. Osea implemented long-range attacks to bypass them. So Erusia decided to sabotage Osea's communications and navigation technology. Erusia couldn't launch a satellite themselves, but they were still able to hack the software of the Osean transmission and navigation systems. Before Osea even noticed, half of their satellites were hijacked. That's when things got ugly. In an attempt to knock out each other's capabilities, both forces launched fighters loaded with anti-satellite missiles at the same time. Only military satellites were targeted. However, their destruction created a debris field in orbit, which wiped out scores of other satellites, both private and government-owned. What kept the world relatively sane up to that point had been free-flowing data and information. But now, those were gone. All that remained was chaos and confusion. Government and civilian broadcasts and transmissions were cut off. The flow of information had ceased. Forces on both sides of the conflict now found themselves unable to communicate with their superiors. Many of the smaller countries annexed by Erusia and yearning for their independence seized the opportunity and started their own uprisings. As for why some of Osia's military decided to break off from the main force and continue on their own, I have no idea. Perhaps there was some sort of dispute over the chain of command. The continent that had once seen wars that were only fought between Osia and Erusia was now full of numerous conflicts between rival leaders vying for power. Insurgencies were everywhere. I even heard a rumor that a group of Osian convicts had rebelled. Rumors. It never ceased to amaze me that even at a crazy time like this, something as trivial as a rumor could find its way here. Communications from corporate were cut off. Apparently, the entire computer network was down. It was a wise decision to make our drones autonomous with AI instead of being radio-controlled. Wise and forward-thinking. Even with their GPS offline, they can still use their sensors to navigate as long as they're working properly. I'm sure the drones are still working perfectly, following their mission orders to the letter. I wish I could upload Mihai's new data to them. But without a connection, I can't upload the software to the active drones. The new ones we're making, though, there should still be enough time to upgrade those before they're activated. I'll be taking the data I've acquired away from the front lines now. Oh, and I'll be taking the girls, too. I told my assistant Masa it was time to get Mihai's granddaughters ready to leave here. She's not much older than the girls, but she has a way about her, and I'm sure she won't have any trouble with them. I saw a plane flying off in the distance. I imagine it was looking for a safer place. The plane had a rose emblem on it.
Erusia's communication networks have been down since their satellites were destroyed. Unfortunately, we are experiencing trouble too. All of Erusia has been affected, and we don't know when things will be back up and running. We're not even sure if this is Erusia's doing. Still, we will follow the strategy that was originally planned, and move on to the next operation after liberating Farbanti. Let's get to it. Since the war began, we've been receiving communications in secret from an officer in the Erusian army.
With the capital under our control, Erusia's radical element is losing support quickly, affecting the balance of power.
HQ is thinking of using the military officer as a way to gain leverage to settle peace negotiations. The officer is currently hiding in the outskirts of Anchorhead Bay, having joined up with support dispatched from the Osean army. The plan is that they'll take a standard vehicle to a rendezvous point at a harbor in the east part of the city, where a helicopter will be waiting.
I would like the new Strider Squadron to provide escort for the officer. Cyclops will remain at the base on standby to serve as defense.
With the communication network currently down in the capital, I very much doubt Erusia will be able to mount a regimented counterattack. However, it is likely that Erusia's intelligence department and the remaining forces who are aware of the officer's movements will interfere. Keep a close eye on the officer and make sure he stays safe. Our victory in Farbanti has given us a golden opportunity to finally end this war. Be safe out there.
Take note that our satellite-based IFF has become unreliable following the recent communications failure. As such, target ID will be done by processing the images from the infrared cameras on your aircraft. Objects will initially appear as unknown on your HUDs, but will be ID'd once you close in on them for a set period of time.
Strider Squadron, you're cleared to taxi.
The unidentified Osean craft. This is Captain Carl of the Osean Army. Are you here for the escort? You're not the squadron I was expecting. Are you really friendlies? Over.
This is Longcaster. Airborne warning and control system for the Osean Long-Range Strategic Strike Group. Captain Carl, they're on our side.
And those two pilots we've heard about must be here too.
Okay, I hope you're right. Longcaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oseans won't shoot us in this confusion.
Will enemies process the unknowns caught in your cams to identify friend or foe? The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, we just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire.
War is something I'll never get used to, but tonight has been a total shock.
ID is Osean forces. This is AWACS for the LRSSG.
Our info has been updated.
The city under martial law. Gunfire and the roar of jets echoing through the streets.
Give me Strider Squadron's IDs. Oh, and hand me that sandwich. Missile away.
This is a message to all of you fighting out there. Ask yourselves, what is best for our country?
Entering the Anchorhead Bay area. Buildings will block your line of sight. Make sure to keep track of your objective.
How this war ends depends on this mission. I'm counting on you.
Understood.
Fire smokes, 3 strikes will punch.
Strider Squadron, identify the unknowns along the route.
We're the ones on the radio. We don't know our location. Give us orders.
We have no orders, but we do have ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
Roger that. We must draw our way home.
What's wrong with drones? Whether you're a patriot or not, you're just too stubborn to change with the times.
It's Erusian.
They aren't responding aggressively.
General, if they're conservatives, they'll listen to us. The negotiations were a success, Longcaster. They've opened up a path for us. The more the merrier. We can't see the tops of the roofs from down here. Be on the lookout for enemy ambushes.
They're not realizing our ideals. What point is there in living? That's you leave this country.
We made it through the Anchorhead Bay area. We're heading along Highway 208 under the bridge. We're taking the coastal highway at the next ramp.
All right.
Why don't people realize this?
There's a strict curfew. People gather in bars and other places to learn what's going on.
Enemy has a lock!
It's Erusian military.
Which faction is the head of our organization? We need to know what's what.
Wait. General managed to convince them.
Listen, those that protect General LaVar's are the real patriots. Onward! Jacob, you'll get you.
There's a vehicle up ahead. Think it's gonna ask us to pay a toll? Get closer and find out if it's an enemy vehicle.
We'll go. Now let's go.
Go down.
We archived all the footage that we've shot when the communication networks come back online.
There's a vehicle blocking the road. No response to hails. It's the radicals.
We need to remind everyone that there's no such thing as a clean war.
Missile is closing. Strider 1, break.
Signs of clean warfare at the beginning of this war are now gone.
Strider 2, Fox 2.
Enemy shutdown!
Nice work. That takes care of that one. We're heading for the highway. Thanks to you. We got out of paying that toll.
I'll wait before firing. Bail out now. Wheels 1, stop. Check your IFS. It's a friendly. I know what I'm doing.
1, Fox 2.
We're almost at landfill number 7. If we can make it through, we'll be in arm's reach of the rendezvous at Grunder Park. Captain Carl, do you have the means to record this conversation? I wish to explain to you the situation inside Erusia. I'm sure the boys listening upstairs will record it. The declaration of war, expanding the front lines, was all the work of some young Erusian officers. They were referred to as the Radicals, but there was an unseen force guiding them. It was technology they borrowed from the Belkans. They actually went to war. The performance of the attack drones exceeded their wildest dreams. And they were incredibly clean, which got public opinion and the opportunists within the military on their side. They even manipulated the princess. The Belkan technology advanced UAV research within the Erusian Flight Test Center by at least 10 years. They used the flight data from a former ace pilot to create drone AI. To us, it's no different than magic or alchemy. Airplanes are meant to be flown by human beings. For those of you listening in, am I wrong? We're heading towards Grunder Park. The rendezvous point is the helipad on this man-made island. We'll ditch the car and take the helicopter from there.
There are rumors of a military group calling itself the Free Erusians. An unknown is blocking our scheduled route.
No response. Got a bad feeling. Thanks. We would have been toast.
So what? Why are you getting your panties wet?
Captain Carl, we have a new rendezvous point. New coordinates are as follows. 263 Tango 4, 1999 Delta Lima. Rescue team says houses are making the area too dangerous.
Well, yeah, don't they know nowhere is safe?
Ocean forces at landfill number 7. This is AWACS Longcaster.
This fall has led to another power struggle within the Erusian military.
General is speaking with the commander.
It's all gone to hell. Radio chatters about the Civil War. Radio? You have one in your cockpit? Yeah, ever since my previous squadron.
We're about to cross Anchor Bridge. There'll be nowhere to hide.
That was something.
You heard the call. There are no friendlies out there.
An armored vehicle's behind us. Vehicles by the Erusian forces. Take it out!
Trigger, our VIP is in trouble. Clear the way for him.
We're taking fire! Take care of them!
General, we still have drones at our disposal. It's too early for peace talks. Please, watch over the future we build from the high heavens.
I didn't think we were gonna make it, but you saved us. Thanks.
Take out Eddie in autonomous mode.
We've almost reached the container area. Watch out for enemy ambushes.
Understood.
System failures caused friendly fire incidents among Ocean forces. There are even rumors of penal units turning on their former allies. The main combat continued. Regional forces in the center, south, and east struggle for stabilization of the nation. This launch, Erusian government has defined these groups, among those trying to independently make peace with Lucia as rebels.
We're coming up on a tunnel. We'll need to split up until we reach the exit. There's more to Belkan technology than just UAVs. Thinking IFF designations for one was an astonishing feat. We used it to make drones that resembled Ocean fighters. And then to assassinate Harling and put the blame on enemy fighters. But in the end, Belkan technology brought chaos to the world.
I can't believe Lucia's responsible for Harlan's assassination.
You talking politics? That's new.
Can't ignore a story like that, right, Trigger?
Even in a time of war, it was a mistake to create something like a fuel.
So?
Shoot down any aircraft that approach us. What are you thinking?
armored forces outside of the tunnel. I'm thinking that we should go say hi before they ruin the general's day.
The general's a real celebrity. Seems everyone wants to meet him.
Vehicle confirmed destroyed.
We were nearly done for. I couldn't have asked for better timing. Nice. Glad to see the Oceans attacking the radicals. Maybe we should join up with them. That means getting rid of those assholes faster.
Regimentals are being fighting within these groups.
How's your last long cast? We've been briefed and we're here to help.
We've reached the industrial zone. This should be the new rendezvous point. The coordinates are up ahead. Take out any enemies in the surrounding area.
Officers from countries annexed by Erusia have taken multiple groups and declared independence.
Glad we waited. Don't worry, we won't let anybody through after you.
Almost at the rendezvous. Leave the rear to the others.
Understood.
The radicals truly believe boosted drone productions will make up for our losses. They should be taking responsibility for the capital's fall and instead they're prolonging the war. That is why proper conservatives like myself are eager to regain control. If all goes well, we should be able to sign a truce with Ocean quickly.
Damn it! We're outnumbered. There were too many conservatives in the Air Force that hated the drone.
We've reached the rendezvous point. There's the chopper, too.
We turn to in this darkest hour. We need a beacon of light to show us the way. This is the Erusia News Network.
Okay, let's go. We're getting out of here. I've had just about enough of this place. I'd like to offer my thanks to the LRSSG. They should finally bring about a true end to the war.
Understood. Good luck. Multiple unidentified aircraft approaching.
This plane is carrying civilians. We have escort fighters, but we do not intend to engage in combat. Please stand down.
What's going on?
Try to get a little closer. Weapon use is prohibited.
What's going on? Dr. Schroeder!
Whoa, there's a girl on board?
He's not lying about carrying civilians.
No, unless she's a soldier.
Weapon use is prohibited. We've checked footage. It does seem to be a transport with escorts.
I repeat, this craft is carrying civilians. We are not here to fight.
Dr. Schroeder, tell me what's happening.
I'm sure I don't need to remind you, but do not attack the civilian liaison.
That's the aircraft your grandfather told me about. Scratches.
There it is, the EASA liaison plane. They engage in witchcraft with Belkin technology. They're responsible for leading the military down the wrong path.
Wait, unknown's attacking the girl's plane.
Hold on tight.
Longcaster, permission to engage.
Negative.
What?
They could be Ocean fighters. ID them ASAP.
Shit.
That's all we can do.
ID complete. They're Erusian fighters. What the hell's going on?
Stay sharp.
Uh-huh.
Right, I'm shooting him down. Any complaints?
Granted.
Wilco.
Wilco.
Yeah, good work. Strider 1 has killed a bandit.
Careful, those guys are good. Wait, you don't think it was Ocean big shots, do you? I managed to catch a glimpse of the three strikes.
Don't miss.
Aim carefully.
Thinking.
Mine.
Missile inbound. Thinking.
No good. Shit. Bandit destroyed. Well done. Target locked.
You're in my way. Nice kill.
Target eliminated.
Good work. All hostile aircraft eliminated. The liaison is safe. Wait.
escort fighter is... drive. They're missing the drive.
What the hell? You gotta be kidding me. Liaison escort has a radar lock. They're targeting you guys.
What the hell? We were just helping them.
Erusian aircraft, this is AWACS Longcaster. Do not engage the liaison. Break off now.
Can you hear me on this channel, OC craft? Those escort aircraft are drones. They are currently being operated autonomously. They are not being controlled by anyone. They are flying on their own volition.
What?
In that case, we have no choice but to shoot the aircraft down.
Unfortunately, yes.
We did what we could. Weapons free. You are cleared to attack the escort.
Wilco. Understood.
Wilco.
Can't afford the MQ-99's launch. Our commands are overridden. They must be accessing it remotely. Which unit is behind this?
Hey, it's not our fault they won't listen to reason. Why do something like that? Whoever did is the king of all dumbasses.
To build something else entirely.
Additional hostiles inbound. Great timing.
Son of a bitch.
Headed this way.
UAV confirmed destroyed.
The escort must have used its remote activation rights to gain more allies. Clever.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Nickel.
Missile evaded.
I've got a sitting duck here.
Strider 1, missile launched. Targets in machine gun range.
This plane is carrying civilians. We have escort fighters, but we do not intend to engage in combat. Please stand down.
What's going on?
Try to get a little closer. Weapon use is prohibited.
What's going on? Dr. Schroeder!
Whoa, whoa. There's a girl on board?
He's not lying about carrying civilians.
No. Unless she's a soldier.
Weapon use is prohibited. We've checked footage. It does seem to be a transport with escorts.
I repeat, this craft is carrying civilians. We are not here to fight.
Dr. Schroeder, tell me what's happening.
I'm sure I don't need to remind you, but do not attack the civilian liaison.
That's the aircraft my grandfather told me about. The one with the scratches.
There it is. The EASA liaison plane. They engage in witchcraft with Belkin technology. They're responsible for leading the military down the wrong path.
Wait. Unknown's attacking the girl's plane.
Alma, hold on tight.
Longcaster, permission to engage.
Negative.
What?
It could be Osean fighters. ID them ASAP. ID complete. They're Erusian fighters. What the hell is going on?
Stay sharp. Right. I'm shooting them down. Any complaints?
Granted.
Wilco.
Wilco.
Yeah, good work. Strider 1 is Drake Bandit.
Careful. Those guys are good. The enemy. They shot 10 minutes. I managed to catch a glimpse of the 3 strikes.
Don't miss.
Aim carefully.
9. No good. Shit. Enemy on your back.
You're in my way.
Missile away. In gun range.
Bandit destroyed. Well done.
Nice kill.
Good work. All hostile aircraft eliminated. The liaison is safe. Wait.
The escort fighter is... drive. They're missing the drive.
What the hell? You gotta be kidding me. Liaison escort has a radar lock. They're targeting you guys.
What the hell? We were just helping them.
Erusian aircraft, this is AWACS Longcaster. Do not engage the liaison. Break off now.
Can you hear me on this channel, Ocean Craft? Those escort aircraft are drones. They are currently being operated autonomously. They are not being controlled by anyone. They are flying on their own volition.
What?
In that case, we have no choice but to shoot the aircraft down.
Unfortunately, yes.
We did what we could. Weapons free. You are cleared to attack the escort.
Wilco. Understood.
Wilco.
You can afford the MQ-99 launch. Our commands are overridden. They must be accessing it remotely. Source is behind this.
Hey, it's not our fault they won't listen to reason. Why build something like that? Whoever did is the king of all dumbasses.
Watch it. Enemy is
To build something else entirely.
Additional hostiles inbound. Great timing.
Son of a bitch.
Headed this way.
No. The escort must have used its remote activation rights to gain more allies. Clever.
remaining.
Damn it. They don't have the drive they need.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
It's not enough to be really functional. There has to be a time when it should not function. But when? They have to move data, aren't they?
Attack missed!
Four bandits left. Three bandits to go.
Enemy on your back!
Two bandits left. Show them what you got. One bandit to go. Fox 2.
That's what I like to see. Another story to tell my boy.
Understood. All hostiles have been eliminated. Nice. General's helicopter is flying safely outside Anchorhead Bay. All aircraft, RTB, mission complete.
All hostiles, huh?
The Ocean aircraft is here to pick us up. The approaching Ocean aircraft.
Losing his army? Elaborate. They stole our sealed orders. It should be a piece of cake.
Are you sent by the General Staff? No, we'd like you to escort. I can't!
There are 3 scratches.
What does that mean?
The tail of that plane.
Lancaster, are all of these really unknowns?
In order ordered to respond to the attack on the base, Cyclops has scrambled after being on standby. We'll head up too, once our planes are ready. Oh, and Labarth is dead.
What did you say?
Apparently, he was shot down by another Osean aircraft after he left the area of operations. I mean, I know it was chaos, but still. At any rate, the sealed order operation has come to a close. We have no idea about a plan for going forward.
All we can do for now is watch our own backs.
What's up with the commander?
He's staying in his room. He's still alive, since we can hear him crying.
The island we went to was supposed to have been secured by the ground forces. They hadn't gotten a handle on things by the time we got there, so now we were stuck in the middle of a half-assed campaign. My job was to get the planes ready for combat, making repairs and handing them over to our troop of cons. Thing is, the enemy still had the hangars. The comms were still down, so none of us knew what the hell was going on. The last transmission I heard before everything went to shit was that some prisoners from an Osean military penal unit rioted and managed to escape. They stole some jets and now they were flying around, taking out their former allies left and right. I wonder if any units like ours were out here, creeping around. Hearing the Osean jets firing at each other overhead chipped away at morale. Since the radio was out, it was quiet. I liked it better that way. All I heard was the gunfire. Here we were, walking around carrying rifles. We were pilots, damn it. Friendly fire will probably kill us. You know things are desperate when the guards that used to lock us into solitary are now telling us it's better we all stick together. I guess they think our odds of surviving this war are better that way. After walking for miles across the battlefield, we came across the wreckage of a plane. Passenger, not military. I knew that rose. It was an Erusian liaison plane. The guard's dogs smelled something and took off. They led us to a cliff. And the bodies.
Today, I lost everything. When Osea attacked our capital, my father, a man who was never really suited to being the king, was killed. I was to be flown out of the war zone to safety, but the plane was shot down by rebels. The entire crew was killed in the crash. Soldiers appeared and one shot at me. My dog went after him and shot him to pieces. He was my best friend. After all those speeches I gave about working together for peace, I thought everyone felt the same as I did. I'm sure the soldier who shot at me knew I was the Princess of Erusia. He was Erusian too. More soldiers have come. Now, there is no one left to protect me. I am so numb, I cannot move. I watch as one of their dogs approaches. It sniffs mournfully at my dead friend. I wonder if it grieves for him as much as I do. I can barely think. I feel weaker by the minute. I don't know who these soldiers are with, but I managed to take a sip of the water they gave me.
How long have you been here?
Somehow, I muster the courage to answer the woman's question. I tell her I've been there 3 days. gather around me with grim looks on their faces. What would they do if they knew I was the Erusian princess? After searching the cockpit of the plane, the woman who spoke to me before came back to me.
This is an air-to-ground tactical radio. It still works!
I noticed she walked with a limp. She knelt down next to me and asked her companions to give me some food. And then, very softly, she said,
"You see, I used to listen to your broadcasts, Your Royal Highness."
Just what did you see here?
Okay, enough talk. Your opinions have all been taken into consideration. Beyond the seizure of Farbanti, which is important, and supporting the Erusian officer, at this point, I just don't know what our strategy is, or what our mission will be. Radio communication is still patchy for both the military and civilians, so we're getting zip from Mission Command about our orders. Still, with countless Erusian forces in the area, it's too dangerous for us to stay around here waiting for a miracle. Now, regarding Count's suggestion to think about self-defense, I think we should make a break for Tyler Island. It was a large Osean base before the start of the war. Count says his previous squadron took part in an operation to seize control of the island. It has the only base that will get us to the space elevator without refueling. It's also a transport facility for supply ships that provide drones and ammo for arsenal birds. For the Osean forces that are looking to reclaim the space elevator, those are two great reasons in its favor. If everything went according to plan, the base may already be in Allied hands when we get there. Though based on what Count told me about the island operation, it won't be easy to seize control.
If the ground troops have managed to open the bridgehead, the transport route to Osea for supply ships should be available.
So much at stake, I can't imagine Erusia just giving it up without a fight. Things could really have gone bad.
Even if there are enemies left, they should be pretty easy to suppress.
I just want to go home, man.
Me too.
With that look on your face, Trigger, I know exactly what you want.
If Trigger's ready to kick ass, then so am I.
Damn straight. We're with you, Trigger.
It's decided then. Let's get all the aircraft and haul ass to Tyler Island. Although we can avoid the Arsenal Bird's anti-air network, there's still remnants from the Erusian forces. I want to get to the island without getting into any unnecessary combat. Pick a fast craft and fix it how you want. Pack for a long trip, but remember, if you drag your ass, you'll get left behind.
Strider Squadron, sortie ASAP.
This is Tango 2-3, pursued by multiple tanks and APCs. They'll all go down if we don't pull back the landing craft. It's what? Abandoned Tango 2-3?
Something's not right.
We don't have the firepower to assist you. You're on your own. Please, we need help!
Wagtail is on the Osean landing ship. What's going on? What did you say?
Multiple bogies inbound. Damn it. Prepare for anti-air combat.
This is the AWACS Longcaster. The aircrafts in your area belong to the LRSSG.
Allied aircraft. A retreating vehicle is taking fire. Requesting assistance.
Roger. ID complete.
Stall warning.
Update us on Tyler Island.
Could be worse. Our forces are scattered and on the run.
Oh, they're on the run?
We were waiting for retreating units here to carry them out to safety.
We're under attack!
Do me a favor, Lancaster. Many of our allies are cut off. We need support and an escape route.
Understood. We'll do what we can.
Stall warning.
Let's help retreating Osean forces. Take out any hostiles in their area. Don't engage till targets are ID'd.
The boots on the ground don't need more people shooting at them.
Thanks. It's absolute chaos out there. The Erusians are even starting to fight amongst themselves.
Well, now we know what's going on, but shit.
There's more over here. The bodies of dead civilians. Part of the fight. Yeah, they're all lined up. No, they're not combatants. Some of them are from lamb shoes. If you see 3 strikes, count the brains, and the enemy's gone.
Target destroyed.
Our last vehicle's been destroyed. Let's get out of here.
Let's get moving! Hit the gas and don't let up until we reach the extraction point! I don't want to see anyone, hostile or friendly! I can guess what happened here, but I really don't want to think about it. Bastard! It's a blatant war crime! Same proto-derivative.
Erusian! Jesus, they're firing at each other. Is this the norm around here? It's all crazy people.
We are in the middle of a mission to take back the mass driver. The supply ship is in the munitions depot. It's highly combustible.
Get out there and do something! I just got the photograph. We'll head back to HQ soon. Just give us another 30 minutes. Our guys picked up the enemy here. What do you do now? Hit him in the tank!
Allied retreat looks good.
Gotcha, pal.
Don't pursue too deep. We just need to buy some time.
Missile.
Open the bay until operation feeding time.
Missile.
Pull them away from the mass driver.
Missile. Missile.
Our tank commander's down! Taking fire! We're pinned down!
I count 12 dead bodies here. They seem to be upper middle class. Spaceports nearby, so there could be researchers and their families. Most likely still involved with Delta.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Help me! Gather all the wounded together. Go with us. Enemy HQ from there. Did it. We're moving out. Leave the dead behind. We'll come back to this island one day and send them off properly.
Missile.
In the landing craft. Many thanks, Lancaster. We didn't have to leave our place to die.
Understood.
Caution.
An explosion inside! Continue the countdown. The enemy's not stupid. We're after the supply ship. Do the countdown!
Missile. Missile. Missile.
It's the Osean military.
Don't they know they're on the same side?
We'll be firing at each other.
This is AWACS Lancaster. We're uploading the latest ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
Hold your fire! I confirm. The info is from Allied AWACS. Hold your fire! Roger. But where are we supposed to leave? Who should we follow?
You guys got out alive. You have time to figure it out.
There's still one arsenal bird left. If we can get them to a bomb, then Erusia will have a fighting chance.
Use cameras to track the supply ships. Don't fly with your backs to the supply ship. If it's hit, we're done for.
Strider 1, APC destroyer.
Missile. Missile.
Strider 1, missile launched.
Cyclops 2, Fox 2. Attack missed. Locked on.
I hope the rebels don't see how we end up wiping each other out.
Our only allies, the Erusian government forces. Don't mistake them for rebels.
Missile. 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 Missile.
We're down to less than half our vehicle. This isn't looking good. We need help. Bring more research.
Target is down.
Missile.
I'm on its back.
Watch your chaff and flare supply.
We're outnumbered, taking heavy losses. We can't even run. The enemy will shoot us in the back. Echo 13. 2 tanks left, but they're running on fumes and low on ammo.
Wait, multiple bogeys from the east.
Their timing tells me they're not here to bring good news.
We need to ID the bogeys. Take them down if they're hostile.
Understood.
Bogies inbound. Escort fighters, we're counting on you. Should we fire? Even if we're not fired upon? Of course. Chase off the bogies! There's no way they're ours! Almost there. Commence Operation No Return!
Strider Squadron, you're near an armada of bogeys. Identify them.
Visual.
Like an eagle.
This is Ram 7, evading enemy missile.
Identification complete. It's Erusian bombers and their escorts.
Count's prophecy has come true. Take out all bombers. They'll flatten our allies.
Plenty of civilian casualties as well. Precision bombing is impossible in these conditions. Maybe they know they can't. We're gonna drop them all.
Careful, these guys are good. Point of no return.
Control, this is Flight Leader. All systems ready. We are a go for launch. Launch control. The enemy is closing. Confirm launch readiness.
Affirmative. This is our last chance for Operation Feeding Time.
Launch control. Roger that.
Not bad at all, Trigger.
The bombers are nearing the island. We're running out of time.
Locked on.
Enemy on your back.
Only half the bombers remain. We can't let even one get away. Missile away.
Okay, enough talk. Your opinion?
Strider Squadron, sortie ASAP.
This is Tango 2-3, pursued by multiple tanks and APCs. They'll all go down if we don't pull back the landing craft. And what? Abandoned Tango 2-3?
Something's not right.
Tango 2-3, we don't have the firepower to assist you. You're on your own. Please, we need help!
Wagtail is on the Ocean landing ship. What's going on? What did you say?
Multiple bogies inbound. Damn it. Prepare for anti-air combat.
This is the AWACS Lancaster. The aircrafts in your area belong to the LRSSG.
Allied aircraft. A retreating vehicle is taking fire. Requesting assistance.
Roger. ID complete.
Unknown successfully identified.
Update us on Tyler Island.
Couldn't be worse. Our forces are scattered and on the run.
They're on the run? Solid block.
We were waiting for retreating units here to carry them out to safety. Their artillery fire just missed us off our starboard side. Do me a favor, Lancaster. Many of our allies are cut off. They need support and an escape route.
Understood. We'll do what we can. Let's help retreating Osean forces. Take out any hostiles in their area.
This is Tango 2-3, pursued by multiple tanks and APCs. They'll all go down if we don't pull back the landing craft. And what? Abandon Tango 2-3?
Something's not right.
Tango 2-3, we don't have the firepower to assist you. You're on your own. Please, we need help!
Wagtail is on the Osean landing ship. What's going on? What did you say?
Multiple bogies inbound. Damn it. Prepare for anti-air combat.
This is the AOX Lancaster. The aircrafts in your area belong to the LRSSG.
Allied aircraft. A retreating vehicle is taking fire. Requesting assistance.
Roger. ID complete.
Got a positive ID.
Strutter 1, missile launched. Update us on Tyler Island.
Couldn't be worse. Our forces are scattered and on the run.
They're on the run?
We were waiting for retreating units here to carry them out to safety.
Unknown successfully identified.
Do me a favor, Lancaster. Many of our allies are cut off. They need support and an escape route.
Understood. We'll do what we can. Let's help retreating Osean forces. Take out any hostiles in their area. Don't engage till targets are ID'd.
Target
The boots on the
eliminated.
ground don't need more people shooting at them.
Thanks. It's absolute chaos out there. The Erusians are even starting to fight amongst themselves.
Well, now we know what's going on, but shit.
If you see 3 strikes, count to 3, and the enemy's gone.
The last vehicle is destroyed. Let's get out of here.
Let's get moving! Hit the gas and don't let up until we reach the extraction point! I don't want to see anyone, hostile or friendly! There's more over here. The bodies of dead civilians. People were part of the fight. Yeah, they're all lined up. No, they are not combatants. Some of them aren't even wearing shoes. I can guess what happened here, but I really don't want to think about it. That was Russian bastard. It's a blatant war crime. Take photos for evidence.
Target destroyed.
I just got the photograph. We'll head back to HQ soon. Give us another 30 minutes. The men say they want to introduce the children in the proper area.
They're Erusian. Jesus, they're firing at each other. Is this the norm around here? It's all crazy people.
Our guys even got the enemy's air support. What do we do now? Send in the tanks!
Allied retreat looks good.
Don't pursue too deep. We just need to buy some time. Hold them at bay until Operation Feeding Time. Move them away from the mass driver. Hey, Commander! We're in the middle of a mission to take back the mass driver. The supply ship and the munitions depot is highly combustible.
I count 12 dead bodies here. They seem to be upper middle class. Spaceport's nearby, so they could be researchers and their families. Or likely to involve in Delta.
Perfect. Strider 1 destroyed target.
Go with us! See the enemy APC from there!
Target acquired.
Hear us! We're taking fire from multiple enemy tanks! Get in the landing craft! Many thanks, Lancaster. We didn't have to leave our boys to die.
Understood.
Enemy on your back.
We did it! We're moving out! Leave the dead behind! We'll come back to this island one day and send them off properly.
1, we've identified the unknown targets.
An explosion! It's Mike! Continue the countdown. Stupid. We're after the supply ship. Do the countdown!
There's still one arsenal bird left. We can fill it full of bombs, then Russia will have a fighting chance.
Use cameras to track the supply ships. Don't fight with your back to the supply ship. If it takes, we're done for.
They said you see them and you're going.
It's the Osean military.
Don't they know they're on the same side? We'll be firing at each other!
This is AWACS Longcaster. We're uploading the latest ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
Hold your fire! I confirm. The info is from Allied AWACS. Hold your fire! Roger. But where are we supposed to leave? Who should we follow?
You guys got out alive. You have time to figure it out.
We need an hour tops. We get the advantage to pin the enemy down.
Target destroyed.
Give me enemy position! Speak up! The artillery fire sent a number on my hearing!
Strider 1, it's launched. Chatham Threads launched. Strider 1, APC destroyed. Warning, enemy has a beat on you. ID complete.
Okay, enough talk. Your opinion?
Strider Squadron, sortie ASAP.
This is Tango 2-3, pursued by multiple tanks and APCs. They'll all go down if we don't pull back the landing craft. And what? Abandoned Tango 2-3?
Something's not right.
Tango 2-3, we don't have the firepower to assist you. You're on your own. Please, we need help!
Wagtail is on the Osean landing ship. What's going on? What did you say?
Multiple bogies inbound. Damn it. Prepare for anti-air combat.
This is the AWACS Longcaster. The aircrafts in your area belong to the LRSSG.
Allied aircraft. A retreating vehicle is taking fire. Requesting assistance.
Roger. ID complete. Update us on Tyler Island.
Their artillery fire couldn't be worse. Our forces are scattered and on the run.
On the run?
We were waiting for retreating units here to carry them out to safety.
Unknown successfully identified.
Do me a favor, Longcaster. Many of our allies are cut off. We need support and an escape route.
Understood. We'll do what we can. Let's help retreating Osean forces. Take out any hostiles in their area. Don't engage till targets are ID'd.
Those on the ground don't need more people shooting at them.
Thanks. It's absolute chaos out there. The Erusians are even starting to fight amongst themselves.
Well, we don't know what's going on, but shit.
There's more over here. The bodies of dead civilians. I don't think they were part of the fight. That, they're all locked up. No, they are not combatants. Some of them running away. I can guess what happened here. Don't worry. Erusian bastards. He's a flagrant war crime. Take photos for evidence.
Erusian! Jesus, they're firing at each other. Is this the norm around here? It's all crazy people.
We are in the middle of a mission to take back the mass driver. The supply ship and mission depot is highly combustible.
Someone get out of here, hurry! If you let them through, we're as good as dead! I just got the photograph. We'll head back to HQ. Just give us another 30 minutes. The men say they want to at least give the children a proper burial.
remaining time.
No sign of letting up.
Away from the master driver.
Fox 2.
I count 12 dead bodies here. The upper middle class. Spaceport's nearby, so they could be researchers and their family. Most likely, they were involved with Belka. You're with us. Can you see the enemy APC from there? You see 3 strikes, count to 3, and the enemy's gone.
The last vehicle has been destroyed. Let's get out of here.
Help me! Let's get moving! Hit the gas and don't let up until we reach the extraction point! I don't want to see anyone, hostile or friendly!
Missile.
Can't we flank the enemy and strike them from behind?
We're outnumbered, taking heavy losses. We can't even run. The enemy will shoot us in the back.
Missile. Caution.
ID complete.
Missile. Missile.
Bring the anti-tank missile. Hit that heavy armor at the front line. Don't stop.
An explosion inside! Do the countdown. It's not stupid. We're after the supply ship. Do the countdown!
We did it. We're moving out. Leave the dead behind.
Solid lock.
We'll come back to this island one day and send them off properly. Get out there and do something.
There's still one arsenal bird left. If we can fill it full of bombs, then Russia will have a fighting chance.
Behind the enemy. It's the Osean military.
Don't they know they're on the same side? We're firing at each other!
This is AWACS Longcaster. We're uploading the latest ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
Hold your fire! Burn! These calls from an allied AWAC. Hold your fire! Roger. But what are we supposed to believe? Who should we follow?
You guys got out alive. You have time to figure it out.
Use cameras to track the supply ship. Don't fight with your back to the supply ship. If it's hit, we're done for.
This is Tango 2-3, pursued by multiple tanks and APCs. They'll all go down if we don't pull back the landing craft. It's what? Abandoned Tango 2-3?
Something's not right.
Tango 2-3, we don't have the firepower to assist you. You're on your own. Please, we need help!
Wagtail is on the Osean landing ship. What's going on? What did you say?
Multiple bogies inbound. Damn it. Prepare for anti-air combat.
This is the AWACS Longcaster. The aircrafts in your area belong to the LRSSG.
Allied aircraft. A retreating vehicle is taking fire. Request... This is Tango 2-3, pursued by multiple tanks and APCs. They'll all go down if we don't pull back the landing craft. It's what? Abandoned Tango 2-3?
Something's not right.
Tango 2-3, we don't have the firepower to assist you. You're on your own. Please, we need help!
Wagtail is on the Osean landing ship. What's going on? What did you say?
Multiple bogies inbound. Damn it. Prepare for anti-air combat.
This is the AWACS Longcaster. The aircrafts in your area belong to the LRSSG.
Allied aircraft. A retreating vehicle is taking fire. Requesting assistance.
Roger. ID complete.
Got a positive ID.
It's launched.
Their artillery fire just...
Update us on Tyler Island.
Couldn't be worse. Our forces are scattered and on the run.
They're on the run?
We were waiting for retreating units here to carry them out to safety. Our air support is here.
Stall warning.
Unknown successfully identified.
Do me a favor, Longcaster. Many of our allies are cut off. They need support and an escape route.
Understood. We'll do what we can.
Stall warning.
Let's help retreating Osean forces. Take out any hostiles in their area. Don't engage till targets are ID'd.
Missile.
The boots on the ground don't need more people shooting at them.
Thanks. It's absolute chaos out there. The illusion streams are starting to fight amongst themselves.
Well, now we know what's going on, but shit.
Caution.
There's more over here. The bodies get close. I don't think we're tanks and APCs. They'll all go down if we don't pull back the landing craft. It's what? Abandoned Tango 2-3?
Something's not right.
Tango 2-3, we don't have the firepower to assist you. You're on your own. Please, we need help!
Wagtail is on the Ocean landing ship. What's going on? What did you say?
Multiple bogies inbound. Damn it. Prepare for anti-air combat.
This is the AWACS Lancaster. The aircrafts in your area belong to the LRSSG.
Allied aircraft. A retreating vehicle is taking fire. Requesting assistance.
Roger. ID complete.
Got a positive ID.
Update us on Tyler Island.
Couldn't be worse. Our forces are scattered and on the run.
Locked on. They're on the run?
We were waiting for retreating units here to carry them out to safety. Their artillery fire just missed us off our starboard side. Do me a favor, Lancaster. Many of our allies are cut off. We need support and an escape route.
Understood. We'll do what we can. Let's help retreating Ocean forces. Take out any hostiles in their area. Don't engage till targets are ID'd.
The boots on the ground don't need more people shooting at them.
Thanks. It's absolute chaos out there. The Erusians are even starting to fight amongst themselves.
Well, now we know what's going on, but shit.
There's more over here. The bodies of dead civilians. I don't think we were part of the fight. Yeah, we're all lined up. Hit that heavy armor at the front. No, we're not combatants. Some of them are black ships. I can guess what happened here, but I really don't want to take time. Yeah, recruiting bastards. It's a blatant war crime. Take photos for evidence.
Erusian. Jesus, they're firing at each other. Is this the norm around here? It's all crazy people.
Count the three, and the enemy's gone.
Our last vehicle's been destroyed. Let's get out of here.
Let's get moving! Hit the gas and don't let up until we reach the extraction point! I don't want to see anyone, hostile or friendly! We just got the photograph. We'll head back to HQ. Give us another search break. The men say they want to at least see the children in the problem area.
Don't pursue too deep. We just need to buy some time. Hold them at bay until Operation Feeding Time. Move them away from the mass driver.
We're down to less than half our vehicles.
We are in the middle of a mission to take back the mass driver. The supply ship is a munitions depot. It's highly combustible.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
I count 12 dead bodies here. They seem to be upper middle class. The spaceport's nearby, so they could be researchers and their families. Most likely, they were involved with Delta. Our guys even took out the enemy's air support. What do we do now? Send him in tank!
Allied retreat looks good.
Try to run. Target eliminated.
Stall warning.
Give me enemy's position! Good job! The artillery fire set a number on my hearing! They did it! We're moving out! Leave the cat behind! We'll come back to this island one day and send them off properly.
Cyclops 3. Fox 2.
We're outnumbered, taking heavy losses. We can't even run. The enemy will shoot us in the back.
An explosion inside! Continue the countdown. Enemy's not stupid. They're after the supply ship. Do the countdown!
It's the Ocean military.
Don't they know they're on the same side?
We'll be firing at each other!
This is AWACS Lancaster. We're uploading the latest ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
Hold your fire! Confirmed. The info is from Allied AWACS. Hold your fire! Roger. But what are we supposed to believe? Who should we follow?
You guys got out alive. You have time to figure it out.
Thanks. But before we make that time...
Landing ship is waiting for you.
Right. Leave the wounded. This will guarantee us a one-way ticket to hell. Pretty sure we're there already.
There's still one Arsenal bird left. It's still full of bombs, and Erusian will have a fighting chance.
Missile launched.
Use cameras to track the supply ship. Don't fight with your back to the supply ship. If it's hit
aircraft. Search every nook of the island. We're not leaving anyone behind.
Missile.
Strider 1, you identified the unknown targets.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Let me slide in on that tail.
Missile.
That goes good right now. Two tanks left, but they're running on fumes and low on ammo.
Missile. Missile. Caution. Alert. Missile. Missile.
ID complete.
Missile.
Missile away.
Missile.
Wait, multiple bogies from the east.
Their timing tells me they're not here to bring good news.
We need to ID the bogies. Take them down if they're hostile.
Understood.
Bogies inbound. Escort fighters, we're counting on you. Should we fire? Even if we're not fired upon? They're starting to fire blindly at us. They're getting desperate. No way they're ours!
Strider Squadron, you're near an armada of bogies. Identify them.
Stay on course. Let's just get this done with.
Visual.
Like an eagle.
Identification complete. It's Erusian bombers and their escorts.
Count's prophecy has come true. Take out all bombers. They'll flatten our allies.
Plenty of civilian casualties as well. Precision bombing is impossible in these conditions. Maybe they know they can't. We're gonna drop them all.
Launch control, this is Flight Leader. All systems ready. We are go for launch.
This is launch control. The enemy is closing. Confirm launch readiness.
Affirmative. This is our last chance for Operation Feeding Time.
Launch control. Roger that.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
I've been spiked.
Locked on.
Our air support has taken out most of the Erusian forces.
Bombers are nearing the island. We're running out of time. Strider 1, target acquired. Strider 1, Fox 3. Only half the bombers remain. We can't let even one get away.
If that had been our fight, we might have made it.
Locked on.
Missile.
Ready, locked.
Missile. Missile.
Really? We've been hit by a missile.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you. More bombers approaching. Intercept them now.
Hey you, dumbass with the scratches on his tail. You hear me? I need you to help some people. There's a group of refugees surrounded by Erusian tanks right here. Needless to say, their future's not looking too bright.
This is a secure military line. Who is this?
Me? You can call me the Scrapper.
Lancaster, she's an ally. Trigger and I'd know that voice anywhere.
Don't breathing, Sir Count.
Here, let me have a word. Hey, it's been a while. I had a feeling the two of you were still alive. Remember, stick with Trigger and you'll make it.
I have a bit of intel for you. I'll share it if you can help those refugees.
Count me in.
That's right.
All enemy bombers have been destroyed.
We did it.
Okay, Scrap Queen. Send us the target coordinates.
I was thinking about how I'd do that.
Don't you have a laser target indicator?
Why would she?
Use a smoke canister. If he was taking this to the enemy's objective, not me. Wait, you moron! Wait! What are you doing, dumbass? Here, tuck right here.
Lancaster, we've confirmed the location of the flare.
That's them. All aircraft, we just updated your threat matrix via data link. Take out those targets.
Don't miss. We don't want to hit the pretty ladies down there.
Missile.
Hurry!
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
Good job! The enemy tanks are toast. I don't think I could even do anything with that scrap.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Everyone knows it. No other reason.
Missile. Missile.
Target destroyed by Strider 1.
Missile. Missile.
That takes care of them. No civilian casualties. Nice going. Do you hear the singing?
Pull up.
Beginning turbo countdown. Pressure stable. Cooling system is on.
Lancaster, a problem as promised. Here's the intel. I heard it from an illusion soldier that defected. The supply ships will be launched soon.
Yeah, that is valuable information.
That doesn't sound good.
But can it be trusted?
Not sure. Heard it from a man who said he wanted to atone for his sins. Up to you to trust him or not.
Understood. Good luck.
Releasing safety. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Launch. 1, 2, 3. The mass driver is accelerating.
The supply ships have been launched from the mass driver. If the supply ships make it to the arsenal bird, they'll be able to resupply it. They may be loaded with new weaponry that we don't even know about. We have no choice but to take down the supply ships before they can get within the arsenal bird's air defense network. You've got to hurry or you're not going to make it.
Missile. Missile.
All aircraft, remain on high alert. We got bandits incoming on radar.
Missile.
You're gonna have to forget about them for now. Focus on destroying that supply ship first.
We're sitting ducks like this.
If we let the supply ship get too far away, we'll never be able to catch it.
Do they really think they can continue to dodge?
Supply ship's in the clouds. We can't find it.
This'll hit.
Did you see that explosion? Looks like that's one of them down.
Remember, there are 2 supply ships out there. Hurry up and shoot the other one down. Hope you're all enjoying the pretty fireworks. This thing had any windows, we could have seen it for ourselves. Nice work, team.
We're gonna find ourselves a boat and leave this island. We'll be taking the refugees, along with any deserters from the Erusian military.
Who's the girl that ran at the tanks with the smoke canister? A few more crazies like her, and life down there may have been a tad bit easier.
What do you think would have happened to those refugees if you hadn't intervened? The princess saw what happened. They were little kids.
That's why I like the sky. You don't have to see those types of things.
Does this mean we're that much closer to ending the war?
No, we just basically prevented it from going on forever.
Count's right. We have no choice but to return to our original base. Our base that is nearly out of food and fuel. We need to do something.
Good. Take a seat. Everyone's here. All right. Good work in sinking the supply ships. Not to mention saving the refugees.
However, we're in no position to start celebrating. Even the commander here is starting to fray from the stress.
Can't say I blame him.
Now, Tyler Island is in a state of complete anarchy. This base isn't safe either. The faces you see around you are the only friends we've got. Take a good look.
We found a boat, then sailed away from the island. We had to. We didn't belong there. The new guy's name was George. I noticed when the anarchist said his name, he said it with a thick Belkan accent. How did you know that he was from Belka?
Well, both my parents were from Belka, so...
You never told me that. They say that Belkans are known for their conspiracies.
That's just a stereotype. Now, I simply stated my honest opinion and was thrown in jail for it.
The princess sat there looking miserable. That was a dumbass stunt she pulled back there, but it got us on this boat. Take a look at that. This ship is heading for a single rope that's hanging down from the sky. Do you know how far the end of that rope reaches?
Outer space.
No. It is a direct connection to the very potential of mankind itself. Or at least it was until war erupted.
It's my strong belief that the rope might be connected to a very distant, faraway source of great conflict and strife. Even long before the war, the whole world started falling apart once Harling began trying to build it. I often wonder what was going through Harling's mind when he was trying to destroy the very thing that so many people were sacrificed in order to create.
Sacrificed? What do you mean?
Have you seen all of those countless old space shuttles on Tyler Island that are no longer in use?
Yeah. I always thought of them as a good source of scrap. They're an obsolete technology that was abandoned during the construction of the space elevator. Which would mean that if the space elevator was destroyed, it would be that much harder for mankind to reach the stars. Until we find another way.
But even then, Harling still went ahead and tried to destroy it. At the cost of his own life.
That's not the way I heard it. What I heard was that he sacrificed himself to protect the tower from an incoming missile.
Oh, I was told he tried to fly his ship into the tower in order to destroy it.
I wonder which story is true, Your Royal Highness.
I don't know. Looking at it objectively, it's reasonable to believe that Harling had both options before him.
When it comes to which one you think he took, I guess it's like a mirror.
Yes, it is. It's like a mirror looking into your own soul, based on whichever choice you believe it was. At the moment, though, I can only see darkness. I think that thing should be destroyed.
It's time for the briefing. Although, since we don't have any contact with HQ, it's not like this is an official mission. Anyway, it looks like the seizure of Tyler Island and the relief from Osea have been postponed. In the meantime, we just have to do what we can to survive. Since losing its capital city of Farbanti, Erusian forces have separated into smaller, autonomous factions. It looks like Erusia's largest force and leading faction will pass through the area around this base. The space elevator is significant to them, so they're probably heading there.
Should we intercept?
Why? I doubt they're gonna start a fight now.
Our top priority should be to get home. Let's go already.
Yeah. It's not like we have the supplies, power, or even a real reason to put up a fight. But what are we going to do if they bring the fight to us? We need to be ready to push them back. If we head inland from here towards Erusia, there's an old castle that's been converted into a stockpiling base. Shalaji Castle. It's currently occupied by some of the Erusian forces that broke off, but we need ammo and fuel. They appear to have converted a freeway into a runway, so we can expect them to have the capacity for air combat. But they'll be easier to handle than Erusia's lead faction. Well, we can't use all our aircraft to attack. The transport carrying the stolen supplies needs support. Okay, Strider Squadron. You head out first, and neuter the dogs at the stockpiling base. Rendezvous with Cyclops Squadron, who will bring the transport. Then we bring the supplies back to this base.
Got it.
Aircraft are our only threat.
Sounds good.
We'll make it. We're all gonna fly home. Together.
Strider Squadron, aircraft prep complete. You're cleared to taxi.
No Osean forces are in the region ahead. No allies here. No need to ID your target. We've set a number of priority targets, focusing on their anti-aircraft weaponry. Okay, team, get to work.
Unidentified aircraft, not sure if friend or foe. Fire anyway. We don't have time to be wondering if they're friendlies or not.
So, capture this base and take the fuel and supplies. That's the plan, right, Trigger?
You take if you want to live. That's how it was where I grew up.
I was just double-checking mission orders, Ocean.
Our anti-air guns are destroyed. Abandon and fall back to our rear position. Retreat!
There are more vehicles along the road. They don't appear to be military. They're Erusian refugees. They must be fleeing since the conflict got worse.
Unidentified aircraft. Identify at once or we'll open fire.
But what is he talking about? They already are firing on us. The enemy's confused. I know.
We're all out of ammo. Don't give up. We're not going to lose our country again.
So what's this faction split with the Erusian military?
The autonomous state of Shalaji used to be a nation. The region has always leaned towards independence. Those who want to restore their homelands flock to it. Apparently, their core consists of officers from Vassilage, which neighbored Shalaji.
Are they our enemies?
They're our enemy's enemy, but not our friends.
You're bothering us. We're unable to use the SAMs. Help me!
The resistance is strong. They seem pretty desperate.
We're coming up on the castle.
Why are
Let's hurry up and capture this base so we can get its fuel and supplies. Shit!
I feel like we're a group of burglars.
Don't say that. This is for our survival.
Yeah, I know.
Missile.
They have 4 aircraft! More planes incoming! Fire more missiles!
That's Shalashi Castle.
They're here already. They can pay for what they did to our skies.
Missile.
Take in both civilians and refugees without discrimination.
Missile.
Get away from the stone building and take shelter somewhere sturdier or underground. Drop where you are and cover your head into your jet engine.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Try to run. Target eliminated.
Missile. Missile.
How come we keep missing?
Target destroyed.
Target locked.
Missile.
Target hit.
We've lost more than half of our forces. The battle won't last much longer. Let them have our lives. As long as our nation stands, the young will carry on.
Missile.
The salmon's out. We're running out of ways to strike back.
Missile.
Enemy on your back.
New hostiles. All aircraft confirmed.
Missile.
This town is of high cultural value. It's unfortunate we had to bomb it like we did.
We do what we need to survive, right?
Not something I'll tell my son about.
Cancel takeoff. Soul Squadron, stand by.
Target acquired.
Negative. This battle's over if we don't get up there. Along with hope of restoration. Don't worry. As long as we accelerate inside the tunnel, they won't be able to shoot us down that easily.
3 interceptors are in the air.
All right.
Getting to takeoff speed inside the tunnel is insane.
Soul Squadron, airborne. Shoot the invaders out of our skies. Good luck, Soul Squadron. Understood.
Missile. Missile.
You are in violation of Shalashi airspace. Turn around or we'll be forced to shoot you down.
This is the Ocean Long Range Strategic Strike Group. Land immediately and hand over your planes and base to us.
Missile.
You must be the snowbirds.
Missile.
It's absurd for you talking so tough after losing one of the leaders at Forbanti. You bastard!
No Ocean forces are in the region ahead. No allies here. No need to ID your target. We've set a number of priority targets, focusing on their anti-aircraft weaponry. Okay, team, get to work.
Unidentified aircraft, not sure if friend or foe. Fire anyway. We don't have time to be wondering if they're playing or not.
So, capture this base and take the fuel and supplies. That's the plan, right, Trigger?
You take if you want to live. That's how it was where I grew up.
I was just double-checking mission orders, Hushin.
Our anti-air guns are destroyed. Abandon and fall back to our rear position. Retreat!
There are more vehicles along the road. They don't appear to be military. These are refugees. They must be fleeing since the conflict got worse.
Unidentified aircraft. Identify at once or we'll open fire.
But what is he talking about? They already are firing on us. The enemy's confused. I know.
Why are they after this base?
Caution.
They're all out of ammo. Whatever it takes. Don't give up. We're not going to lose our country again.
So is this faction split from the Russian military? The autonomous state of Shalashi used to be a nation. The region has always leaned towards independence. Those who want to restore their homelands flock to it. Apparently, their core consists of officers from Vaslij, which neighbored Shalashi.
Are they our enemies?
They're our enemy's enemy, but not our friends.
They're bombing us. We're unable to use the SAMs. Help me!
The resistance is strong. They seem pretty desperate. Coming up on the castle.
Caution.
Let's hurry up and capture this base so we can get its fuel and supplies.
Shit! I feel like we're a group of burglars.
Don't say that. This is for our survival.
Yeah, I know.
They have 4 aircraft! More planes incoming! Fire more missiles!
Missile.
That's Shalashi Castle.
Osean forces are in the region ahead. No allies here. No need to ID your target. We've set a number of priority targets, focusing on their anti-aircraft weaponry. Okay, team, get to work.
Unidentified aircraft, not sure if friend or foe. Fire anyway. We don't have time to be wondering if they're friendlies or not.
So, capture this base and take the fuel and supplies. That's the plan, right, Trigger?
You take if you want to live. That's how it was where I grew up.
I was just double-checking mission orders, Hushin.
Our anti-air guns are destroyed. Abandon and fall back to our rear position. Retreat!
There are more vehicles along the road. They don't appear to be military. These are refugees. They must be fleeing since the conflict got worse.
Unidentified aircraft. Identify at once or we'll open fire.
What are they talking about? They already are firing on us. The enemy's confused. I know.
We're all out of ammo. Don't give up. We're not going to lose our country again.
So what's this faction split from the Erusian military?
The autonomous state of Shalaji used to be a nation. The region has always leaned towards independence. Those who want to restore their homelands flock to it. Apparently, their core consists of officers from Vaslage, which neighbored Shalaji.
Are they our enemies?
They're our enemy's enemy, but not our friends.
Missile.
They're bombing us.
Missile.
We're unable to use the SAMs. Help me!
The resistance is strong. They seem pretty desperate.
They have more aircraft. More planes incoming. Fire more missiles. Does Soul Squad know?
We're coming up on the castle. Let's hurry up and capture this base so we can get its fuel and supplies. Shit!
I feel like we're a group of burglars.
Don't say that. This is for our survival.
Yeah, I know.
At Shalaji Castle.
They're here already. They were looking into our scouts. Take in both civilians and refugees without discrimination. Get away from the stone buildings and take shelter somewhere sturdier or underground.
No Osean forces are in the region ahead. No allies here. No need to ID your target. We've set a number of priority targets, focusing on their anti-aircraft weaponry. Okay, team, get to work.
Unidentified aircraft, not sure if friend or foe. Fire anyway. We don't have time to be wondering if they're friendlies or not.
So, we capture this base and take the fuel and supplies. That's the plan, right, Trigger?
You take if you want to live. That's how it was where I grew up.
I was just double-checking mission orders, Hushin.
Our anti-air guns are destroyed. Abandon and fall back to our rear position. Retreat!
There are more vehicles along the road. They don't appear to be military. They're losing refugees. They must be fleeing since the conflict got worse.
Unidentified aircraft. Identify at once or we'll open fire.
What are they talking about? They already are firing on us. The enemy's confused. I know.
Missiles, gunfire, whatever it takes. We're all out of ammo. Don't give up. We're not going to lose our country again.
So what's this faction split from the Erusian military?
The autonomous state of Shalaji used to be a nation. The region has always leaned towards independence. Those who want to restore their homelands flock to it.
Apparently, their core consists of officers from Vaslage, which neighbored Shalaji.
Are they our enemies?
They're our enemy's enemy, but not our friends.
They're bombing us. We're unable to use the SAMs. Help me!
The resistance is strong. They seem pretty desperate.
We're coming up on the castle.
Let's hurry up and capture this base so we can get its fuel and supplies. Shit!
I feel like we're a group of burglars.
Don't say that. This is for our survival.
Yeah, I know.
They have more aircraft! More planes incoming! Fire more missiles! Hurry up and take out prep!
That's Shalaji Castle. They're here already.
refugees without discrimination. Get away from the stone buildings and take shelter somewhere sturdier or underground. Drop where you are and cover your head if you hear jet engines. That warehouse is good for that use.
Target hit.
Missile.
We've lost more than half of our forces. The battle won't last much longer. Let them have our lives. As long as our nation stands, the young will carry on. The fire set off a chain reaction. We still have plenty of missiles left, but the launcher is toast. Please, somebody answer us!
Missile.
New hostiles. All aircraft confirmed.
This town's of high cultural value. It's unfortunate we had to bomb it like we did.
We do what we need to survive, right?
Missile.
Not something I'll tell my son about.
Cancel takeoff. Soul Squadron, stand by.
Missile.
Negative. This mountain seems like we can get up there, along with hope of restoration.
Missile.
Don't worry. As long as we accelerate inside the tunnel, they won't be able to shoot us down that easily.
Stall warning.
Their interceptors are in the air.
All right.
Getting to takeoff speed inside the tunnel is
Stall
insane.
warning.
Soul Squadron, airborne. Shoot the invaders out of our skies. Good luck, Soul Squadron.
Understood. You are in violation of Shalaji airspace. Turn around or we'll be forced to shoot you down.
This is the Ocean Long Range Strategic Strike Group. Land immediately and hand over your planes and base to us.
You must be the snowbirds. It's absurd for you to talk in so tough after losing one of the leaders at Brabante. You bastard! You defile this country. As long as you're here, this country will never know peace. Shit. Damn. We can't even last long enough to buy ourselves some time.
Stall warning.
A miss, as expected, but a lucky shot would be boring.
Some kind of energy weapon. No, it's a railgun.
Strider 1, you have a bogey approaching at high speed. Bearing 090, straight from the east. High-speed protector will launch enemy aircraft.
I'm testing this aircraft. You must find your own sky.
We can still help you.
Don't waste your life. Dedicated to reclaiming that which you call home. Furthermore, you must find someone to guide you. I am not that person.
Missile. Missile.
Muslim squad will be retreating. Those fighting below are advised to temporarily withdraw. Don't die. As long as we're alive, our hopes and dreams live on.
Hey, look at the color of that plane.
Damn, that's the claims of hell.
Time for payback.
Negative. It's no good. I can't get close enough.
Leave it to Trigger. The rest of us will just get in the way. The rest form a perimeter to catch whatever slips through.
High-speed protector will launch enemy aircraft.
I'm testing this aircraft. You must find your own sky.
We can still help you.
Don't waste your life. Dedicated to reclaiming that which you call home. Furthermore, you must find someone to guide you. I am not that person.
Muslim squad will be retreating. Those fighting below are advised to temporarily withdraw. Don't die. As long as we're alive, our hopes and dreams live on.
Hey, look at the color of that plane.
Damn, that's the flames of hell.
Time for payback.
Negative. It's no good. I can't get close enough.
Leave it to Trigger. The rest of us will just get in the way. The rest form a perimeter to catch whatever slips through.
Welcome. Might just cost us our lives.
An unidentified aircraft. The enemy's mobility is still unfazed. Keep up the attack.
That bastard's moving in a way that minimizes the damage even when he's hit. Keep firing those missiles until you're blown to pieces.
Unidentified aircraft. Land your plane and surrender. Why do you feel the need to continue fighting on your own?
Stall warning.
That's funny. It seems like one of the pilots is also fighting alone.
He's not alone. Look around you.
Missile.
I see. Perhaps it would have been best to entrust the future to pilots like that. Let me test him then, to see if he's truly worthy.
Someone to guide us. Wait, I can't think of anyone other than you.
Missile.
Being together with me, I tell you something. True fighters don't belong in the blue. They exist in the cosmos of the skies. But they're with the First Legion and we should be fighting against it.
This weapon is not enough to take down these trees. This aircraft is my body. If they are not enough, then I must put my soul into it. There are pilots like you in every generation, and I've found every last one of them.
Hey, look. It's like the sky's been sliced wide open. The experimental unit probably made themselves a new toy.
Strider 1 scored another hit.
He's still flying, but his plane's been damaged. Finish him off, Trigger.
Mr. X is ascending rapidly.
The missiles went straight for the sun. It's not a casual move.
It's a hit. The unidentified aircraft is going down.
He got him. Trigger has splashed a bandit.
Can you hear me? Pilot with the 3 strikes. This was all due to my ego. I unleashed pure chaos upon this world, just so I could keep my wings. Put a stop to the drone production.
Is this a message to Trigger? What does it mean?
I don't think this war is over just because we shot down Mr. X. Yeah, it's gonna take something else entirely to end this thing. I just don't know what.
No Oceans.
The resupply went well. We should be okay on food and fuel reserves for a little while at least. Luckily, the rumor that the Erusian army is advancing nearby is only a rumor. There's no sign of them from the skies. Rumors, rumors, rumors. This is what happens when you lose communications. But we got one good fact. The plane Trigger shot down was an advanced model of the XO2 Wyvern. It was developed in the last Continental War. Erusia had a lot up their sleeves. Apparently, they were even supposed to have Belkin aircraft back in the First War. What if Trigger couldn't shoot it down? Just thinking about it gives me chills. We're lucky to be here. In war, you never know what's lurking behind the curtains. But it looks like everything's loose now. A solid chain of command, rest periods after sorties, a battlefield where you know friend from foe. All of that's gone now, lost in a fog of confusion. Feels like a distant dream. Now, just how the hell are we gonna get out of this mess?
When we got to the mainland, we found the space elevator's support facility. I guess this was the factory where they built the gigantic structure the elevator traveled in. There was this little girl sitting in front of a mural. When the princess saw her, she shuddered like she'd seen a ghost. The girl had a stuffed animal. This was the day after the shit went down at Tyler Island. She walked right up to the princess, took her hand, and led her into the factory. One thing's for sure, they knew each other. The factory had been converted to a production line for Erusian drones. It was fully automated and chugging along, making drone after drone after drone. Once they got inside, the princess stopped and just stood there. Another girl was there with a man in a lab coat. He was trying to use his keyboard, but she wouldn't let him. She took a data chip and threw it on the ground. Then she walked over to us and took the gun from the prison guard's holster. She pulled the trigger and destroyed the chip. Later, I found out that the girl with the gun and the one with the stuffed animal were sisters. They were also the granddaughters of Mihai A. Shalaji, the legendary pilot. Gramps used to talk about him. He said Mihai was the top ace from 2 wars ago. Know any Belkans? Because this guy was a Belkan, and they love to stir shit up. Pitting nations against other nations is a particular favorite of theirs, along with developing hyper-advanced technology.
That's right. I'm Belkan, born and raised. My country is gone now. Rather than surrender to its enemy, Belka detonated 7 nuclear weapons on its own soil. My people scattered around the globe, living in the shadows of other countries. We had a new purpose: to breed wars. The theory was that through war, we could achieve our destiny and our revenge. I had just finished inputting Mihai's data when his granddaughter came in. She destroyed the only copy I had of the information I squeezed out of him. The girl loved Mihai. No one knew more than her just how hard I pushed her grandfather for that data, how much I made him sacrifice in the process. I promised his granddaughters that his efforts were not in vain, that it could end this terrible war. But in the end, it only caused more chaos and despair. We were responsible for all this damage, all this tragedy. Now, we were going to pay for it. The Erusians, once our allies, would see to that. I had lost the drive to continue my work, even before I noticed Mihai's granddaughters eyeing me with suspicion that one day. I should have stopped then, for all our sakes. Mihai's granddaughter tossed the gun aside. She said if she resorted to killing, she'd just end up like the rest of us. And by us, she meant everyone, including the princess. Like me, the princess was afraid to look into the girl's eyes. She knew that by encouraging her people, she kept the war going. Mihai and his granddaughter were victims of it, and now, they too were paying the price.
Is this for Belka? Or for Erusia? My grandfather had only one wish: to continue soaring through the endless skies. That was the only place where he felt alive. But I don't even have a country to call home, let alone the sky. The Black Forest, the lake, they are no longer mine. Even though those lands were once cherished by my late mother. We have to learn to put that sense of nostalgia behind us and behave like mature adults.
My homeland. She's right. It feels so far away now. The woman with the rifle approached me. She was focused on more pressing issues.
I checked the computer. All of the data on the legendary ace had already been installed.
No, I pulled it before it was completed. However, there are 2 aircraft that are already scheduled to be manufactured based on that data.
We must destroy the factory.
this isn't the only one. There are more facilities just like it, and the 2 planes containing the data will be manufactured at one of those facilities.
So, this place runs on solar power that the space elevator generates, right? How about the others? We can destroy the space elevator and cut the power to them. First things first, let's take this one out.
I'll show you which locations to target.
I stood there, thinking about that mural by the factory's entrance. Harling commissioned it to be painted. I realized that in the background, behind the dancing figures, the artist had painted several space elevators. I understand now. The space elevator wasn't designed to exploit Erusia after all.
Good. And afterwards, we'll bring down the space elevator itself. No matter why it was built, right now, it's the root of this chaos.
I wonder.
Yes?
I wonder which path you would choose when looking at Harling's mirror.
Let's get the briefing started.
We've done enough air operations. Just let us go home.
There's no path for us to get home. Whatever direction you fly, it'll be right into a hail of enemy fire. Earlier, we received a communication via the partially restored general network. Here is what it contained. Apparently, the Erusian radicals have gathered around the space elevator, as it's a source of energy. Give the warmongers a powerful energy source, and you give them the luxury to keep on fighting. In response to this, people from both Osea and Erusia have joined forces, and will take down the final arsenal bird in a saturation attack from the air and the sea. Once that's achieved, they'll take the space elevator from the aggressors.
Has the source been verified?
It could be fake. I hear you. Take a look at what's written at the end. Hey, dumbass. If you want to bring the world back from the brink, go to the lighthouse. You can see the future.
Dumbass? Sounds familiar.
It certainly does. It's from those guys we met in Tyler Island, the 444 Squad. It's a message to all those looking to end the war. But I also think it's a message for Trigger.
Guess we'll do what it says.
Okay. Well then, I'm thinking we go roast that damn bird.
Looks like we're all on the same page. It's time to end this war. Time to fly, guys. Let's go get that arsenal bird.
Strider Squadron, sortie ASAP. I need help! Don't let them damage more! Show them what the erosion, no, what fighter pilots are made of! Thanks, I owe you. No sweat. Get into formation. We have the numbers.
Well, if it isn't the LRSSG, looks like our luck has turned. LRSSG, you will secure air superiority. There are Erusian aircraft in the Coalition, so they have been ID'd as friendly via the data link.
Just confirmed it.
The Erusian government aircraft, including drones, will show up as hostiles. You two aces, I'm thinking it's time to show us what you've got.
We don't have two anymore. Guess nobody told them.
That's quite true, Count. It's not just two. Wiseman trained his squad well. Everyone still entered as an ace. He'd be proud of you all.
To all of you who have gathered here, regardless of your country, this is headquarters of the Ocean Army Southern Command. Wait, you can forget that designation. We are a coalition formed exclusively for the sole purpose of taking down the Arsenal Bird. Wait until we're ready to strike the Arsenal Bird in unison. Roger.
We're not speaking on an open channel. The enemy can hear everything he's saying. There's no other choice. The Erusian aircraft are in the coalition as well.
This is Gold Squadron and Rigel Squadron of the Erusian Air Force. We're here on our own. Lancaster, we're entering your airspace.
This is Sol-2. Republic of Bosledge are also moving to rendezvous. So the one squadron, though.
It's Mr. X's crew.
Count, ease up. Engagement is forbidden.
Don't worry, I know. We need every bird we can call upon. Even if they were flying with the guy that killed Wiseman.
Private competition the enemy to be.
Some of their squadrons are in weird formations.
They have manned aircraft and other UAVs flying over the island.
All this is just to keep the war going.
How many more do we need to take out?
Shoot them down one at a time. We'll run out eventually.
Strider 1, it's a launch.
UAVs were sluggish once the leader went down.
Satellite sites. I thought as much. Trails with SCRs are slow as hell. The biggest of those are
Target acquired.
3 strikes on our side? 6 defenses under it in a long time. 3 strikes? Never again. This is the rebellion. It's a battle for independence. We'll take down the Arsenal Bird and build a new country.
Some coalition this has turned out to be, huh? They'll keep talking big once the war's over, too. Bet on it. We need something or someone to guide us.
Okay, commencing transmission. I'm speaking over both terrestrial broadcasting and video transmission networks. It's not important why... No, who we are. First, our goals. Destroy the space elevator. Second, we want power to the drone factory cut in order to put a stop to all the war and chaos that its products cause. And last, we want to bring an end to this pointless war that has given rise to a state of anarchy. Let me tell you what's going on right now. The land is overrun with refugees who have lost their homes. This is no isolated incident. In spite of that, the war continues to rage overhead.
You're killed for 3 strikes. Impressive. Stay in there too long.
Are the friendly revolutions rebels or what?
They're rebels, but I'm sure it's more complicated than that. Rush up on current events later. Focus on the enemy.
Copy that. Take a look. See that line continuing above the horizon? The cable goes up to the sky as far as the eye can see. Not many people know this, but the space elevator is the world's tallest transmission tower. In theory, its radio waves cover exactly half the globe. We've jacked its signal in order to reach out to you.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
The UAVs on our side have superiority.
Fox 3.
With the communications infrastructure down, this broadcast can only be transmitted to certain regions.